Hello, hello. Well, it is Wednesday and at noontime, so I hope you're going to join me for lunch. Just grab a sandwich. I'll do all the work. You get to watch. My name is Colleen Magnus, and this is Creating with Colleen, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this time of the year, I am going to be sharing with you for the month of December some really quick, cute Christmas treats. Christmas is right around the corner, and we don't have time to spend hours in our stamp room creating. So I'm going to share some really fun projects with you that are inexpensive and that you can make from the comfort of your own home. So last week, I shared with you a really cute little treat that you can give teachers or whoever you would like. Hey, Julie, glad you could join. But this is what I shared last week. So it is actually a pack of hot chocolate. You wouldn't know it, but when you pull up the ribbon, there's Miss Swiss Miss. So just push it down. So I have this on my YouTube channel, Creating with Colleen, if you want to see how to make it. But this is actually just using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. And of course, your hot chocolate packs. But something that is quick, it is cute, and you can make a bunch of them, whether you're doing it for a classroom of 24 or for your coworkers or your neighbors. Now don't forget your postman, or one of my favorite men, the Ups man, because he's always delivering my Stampin' Up! Packages. But this is another one that I shared, and it is also in the video. But again, just a little something to warm the heart and to say thank you. That goes a long ways these days. So today what I want to show you, when 2020 came and we all had to hunker down in our houses, I thought I would have so much time. Well, I think it's like when you retire. You think you're going to have so much time and you actually wonder where all the time goes. For me, a lot of it has been trying to learn social media, the YouTube videos, the blogging. All of my business was face-to-face. So I love being with people. So I've had to transition. So I do know that takes a lot of my time. But today I want to show you something that was really cute. I made this years ago, and it was really a lot of fun. And it is a cookie mix. So you have a cookie mix with the poinsettia. And what the saying is, it says, poinsettias are red, candy is sweet. We've just been too busy, so make your own treat. And that sums it up really both then and now. So I am going to show you how to make all of this today. And again, it's a little humorous, but it's also a lot of fun. So what I will do is I am going to go ahead, turn the camera down. So you'll watch me create, and then I'll turn it back up. So, of course, still learning. If you get dizzy, close your eyes, because literally I'm just flipping the camera down and turning it around. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, and I've got you on my laptop, so let me make sure that we are in the screen here. Now, the products that I'm using are from the Handmade for You Stampin' Up! Catalog. And this is really, they call it the August through December 2020 catalog. So it is really getting ready to end. In fact, a lot of the supplies right now are on sale, and they have been reduced. So you want to go to my blog, the creatingwithcolleen.typepad.com. You can shop from there. You can see all the catalogs, and you will be able to order these items for yourself. So what I am using is I am actually going to be using the on page 15, actually 15, 16. This is called the Poinsettia Sweet Place. And this suite of products is awesome. Now again, a lot of them are going out. The designer paper is reduced and retiring, so is the specialty paper. These little beaded pearls I'm going to use are normally $8. They're on sale for $4. So products really are only while supplies last. So you really, really and truly want to get these as quick as you can. The stamp set that I'm using is called the Poinsettia Petals. And it is a great stamp set. And looking on the page itself, this is a stamp set. So you actually get 18 photopolymer stamps. And when they're white like this, they have coordinating dies to cut them out. And I'm actually going to show you how to, I'm trying to get lined up here. I'm actually going to show you how to cut the poinsettia out and to use our die cutting machine with these. I just want to make sure I'm looking on my screen. I want to make sure I moved in the right direction because I have things reversed on my phone, something new that I'm trying today. Oh, good. I do believe that worked. So, again, let me show you what I'm making. This is a candy mix. Now, on this, this is Betty Crocker's, but on her cookie mix, they actually have a smaller package. And that's probably what I would recommend. But I had the bigger cookie mix in my cabinet because I had a dear friend, Christy Buck, who I'll tell you about her at the end when I turn the camera up. But she gave me one of the best recipes, and it starts with this cookie mix. If you like dreamsicles, those orange popsicles, that is actually one of my favorites. And Christy had the recipe for a orange creamsicle cookie. And so I will share the dimensions on my in my video, and then I will share the document printing this out on my blog along with her recipe. But I'll tell you more about that at the end. So here's my quick, cute Christmas treat. First of all, as I said, I'm going to use the poinsettia dies. So with the dies, I'm going to bring in, I know I'm close here, but I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. So these are my plates. I am going to use the base plate, the cutting edge plate here, the small one, and an acrylic plate. And I'm going to put them down. I really should bring this up a little bit more. We'll leave well enough alone. So I'm going to put a sheet of the Real Red cardstock in here. And my poinsettia dies. Now, okay, let me back up. Let me tell you about these dies. The dies are great because this is actually two separate pieces. All the dies come and they can cut out the stamp set itself. Again, they cut out images. They cut out images from the designer paper. But what I like to do is I like to hold them together with a piece of washi tape. So basically you could take this one here and just cut out the stamped image or the designer paper. But this piece here, actually, this piece embosses it. So what I like to do is I like to take the two together, use some washi tape, and I would hold it just like that. And then I can cut and emboss all at the same time. So let me put my machine back and I will share that with you. So of course, poinsettias are red. We know that, so I'm just going to lay each one of these on here because I'm going to layer these poinsettias together. So when I have them on here, I'm just going to put on my acrylic plate and hold on to this and just put it through. And in doing that, I now have, see how quick and easy this is? I now have all my poinsettias. So I have the larger one, the next smaller, and then the tiniest one. So that takes care of my poinsettias. Now, as I said, sorry, I had to grab my washi tape. Let me put these here. Now I'm going to cut my leaves. So I have a piece of shaded spruce. I'm going to put, this one's already taped together. Since I took the other one apart, let me just add another small piece of washi tape. Let me show you. So again, they're two separate pieces. I'll put that down, this on top. And as I hold them together, just put a piece of washi tape. And then the two will stay together, so I am cutting and embossing at the same time. As I come through, I now have my 2 shaded spruce leaves, and we can keep creating. So to dress these up a little bit, I like to take my Craft Whisper White ink, and I like to sponge the edges because I think it softens them up from just being such a stark color. The other thing I like to do is I like to give it some dimension. So I'm going to come in here with my bone folder, and I'm simply going to curl these petals just a little bit. Going to make sure that the embossed image is on the front. Okay. And then this one, let me move this up a little bit. I could see my comments. Whoa! Don't you love a live? All right. If this happens to you, oh my goodness, here's what I would do. I would put it down. Oh, for the love of Pete. That's what I get for reading your comment, Donna, while I'm trying to do my curling. Oh, here we have glue dots. Just take a glue dot. It's kind of like putting stitches on your flower, fixing it. Okay, press that down. All right, back on track. When I put all this together, it will all stay together. Okay, so now I will. One day I hope to look back at all of this learning curve of technology and laugh. It may not be today, but it will be one day, I promise you. Okay, so now that I have these, let me... Actually, I probably could have used a little piece of washi tape, but I'm just going to take a little piece, because you will never see this, of Scotch tape on the back. All right, we are in business again. So now I am going to take the Whisper White and sponge this. And again, I'm just softening the edges so that it's not such a stark red. And then as this fades, it really is nice. It just kind of gives like a frostiness around the edges of your poinsettias. This is a craft ink. It's not a water-based ink, and it comes in Whisper White. Now the other reason I like this ink pad is because, of course, you can also stamp with it. And if you do, it's going to be the perfect color ink for every color cardstock, because white on anything really is pretty. You can see I'm not too technical. I just want a little bit of a frosting on these edges. Okay. So now that I have that, I am going to, let me shut my pad and grab my glue dots again. So I'm going to take the next to the largest one, put a little glue dot on the back, put that on the front, and see, nobody even knows. Well, you guys know because you are watching, but you are the only ones. And then I'll put this poinsettia here. You know, I always open my videos with, welcome to Creating with Colleen. I will teach you what to do. I may teach you what not to do, but I promise to teach you something. I was thinking I needed to drop that little line, but after tearing like a petal off your poinsettia, I really think it's necessary. So I'm going to keep saying that, and then it will hold true. I'll teach you what to do. I may teach you what not to do. But if I break it, I promise to teach you something. So I'm putting a little bit of frost on these beautiful shaded spruce holly leaves. Then I'm going to put a glue dot, and I'm just putting these behind here. So actually the glue dot is going on the front, and then I can put them on my poinsettia. So now that I have this, I am a big fan, if you've been following any of my videos, of using the Champagne Shimmer ink. And what that is a small bottle of shimmer ink that you mix alcohol with. It looks like this. So it comes in a frost white. And this is champagne mist because I like everything to have a little bit of, you know, just a shimmer. That little bit of bling, after all, goes a long ways. So here's my champagne shimmer mist. I just get a spray bottle. You want to use 70% alcohol, the lower content. Mix it up. There is no rhyme or reason. Just add a couple drops. If you want it more shimmery, add more. Just remember, you can't take it out. And now I'm just going to, love it. Spray my poinsettia. And hopefully you can see the beautiful shimmer on there. And then I'm going to let that dry for just a minute. And then at the end, I'll add an embellishment to go on the inside. Let's see, Donna said, no worries about my poinsettia. You never get a perfect poinsettia when you buy them at Lowe's. Amen, sister. Amen. Thank you, Donna. You're always such an encouragement and a support. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the actual topper. So with this, you are going to take a sheet of garden green cardstock. This is 6 inches by 8.5 inches. And then you are just going to score it at 4 1/4. So this will fold in half, and this is the actual topper that goes onto my cookies. Then, for the back side, I bet you didn't know there was a back side. I might not have showed you yet. May magic and wonder bloom this holiday. Okay, so you need just a blank piece because we're going to stamp it for the back side. That is 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then I wanted to actually show you how I cut this piece here. So Stampin' Up! Does not have a stamp that says poinsettias are red, candy is sweet. We've just been too busy, so make your own treat. But most of you have a computer, and I just, in a Word document, I just went ahead and printed up 3 of them on this sheet of, actually this one I'm doing very vanilla. The first one I did with the Whisper White, I wanted to see what the vanilla looked like, to see if it would soften it some. So what I will do is, again, I will put this on my blog post when I post this tomorrow with this video so you can see the directions, and this document so you can print it out. But I wanted to show you how I cut this. So basically, I cut, again, we needed a piece that was 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. So I came 3 1/2 inches down. And if you have used our cutter before, I always tried picking it up from the side, and it seems to catch. I don't know if you know this. There is a little magnet here, which is genius because it holds this shut. So basically, just pull up here. When you're pulling this little plate up, pull this up. And that, it keeps it shut, which is great, so this isn't flip-flopping all over. But always pull up here to open your plate for cutting. So I'm going to take this edge, and I'm going to put it on 3 1/2 inches right here. Close it, and cut. Now I need this to be 5 1/4 inches wide. So what I'm going to do, I need 6 3/4. So the nice thing about the cutter is that it has this sidearm that you pull out. So you can cut up to 17 inches, which is awesome. But I'm going to pull this out here. Hey, Rusty, glad you could join. You're missing all the entertainment here. You have to go back and watch what I'm talking about. So I'm going to take this edge here, and I am going to put it on 6 3/4 inches. So this is, let me make sure we're in here. This is 6 3/4. I'm going to cut that piece. And then as I told you, you want 5 1/4. So I'm just going to go to 5 1/4 inches right here. Close. And I have my piece. So here I have, again, the poinsettias are red, candy is sweet. We have just been too busy, so make your own treat. So to stamp this on the front, I'm going to take from the stamp set one of the poinsettias and the Real Red ink. And I'm going to stamp 3 of the 4 corners. So here I have 1, 2, and 3. So I have 3 of my corners, and of course that's where my beautiful poinsettia is going to go. Now to start assembling this, I'm going to take my cookie mix, and again, as I said, they have smaller cookie mixes, which I think would be even more adorable, but I use this size for Christy's recipe, which I'll tell you about. So this here, you're just going to take your 5 1/4, let me see, not that one. This was the 6 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. This is going to go on the top, and I'm just going to cover up the Betty Crocker with the cookie mix here, and I am going to actually staple this because you're not going to see it. We're going to hide those staples. So here I'm just going to slide this in, make sure I've got it even. It's kind of hard to do this under the camera. And I'm going to staple here and staple here. So again, you're not going to see that, but that's my topper. Now I'm going to take the front part and put it on here. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, not steel. And this is great because it's very strong. And put it in the center. Then I'm going to take my poinsettia, which has my beautiful shimmer paint on it. And I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on here. Let me turn that around. And I've got this gorgeous poinsettia on the top. And the bling that you need inside comes in the suite, and they are called Beaded Pearls. So you can pretty much put anything you want, but these are great because it's like 3 pearls right together. And so I will take my glue dots and put that right there. And I have some gorgeous, gorgeous bling. And I'll finish decorating this in a minute because I want to show you. You could leave it just like this, or you could dress it up a little more. Now for the back side, you're going to take that other piece that we have right here, and you are going to, let me see here. Okay, again, this is 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So we want to have a little bit of a saying on there. So may magic and wonder bloom this holiday. You can always hope for that. Oh my goodness, I can't see. Let's hope it comes out straight. And if not, you know what? It's made with love. That's more important. So here I have the May Magic and Wonder bloom this holiday season. And once again, I will come in here with a poinsettia. And a bad shadow there. I'm going to put one on this side. And one on this side. So there I have my poinsettias. And again, I can just come around here. And this will go on the back side to hide those staples there. So now on the front, again, I said you could leave it like this, but you can also take, another way we have of doing bling is called a Wink of Stella. And this is a pen. It has some really nice shimmer in it, but it will also, as I'm putting on here, since this is a classic ink, it will also, you know, once it hits water or a little bit of moisture, it will bleed a little. So it's almost kind of like bringing in a little bit of painting in here. There we go. Plus it's also, it may be hard to see it in the video, but it also brings in a little bit more glimmer and shine. Not as much as the star of our show here, but it's still just a quick way to soften it up and bring that in. There we go. And then, if you still wanted to add a little bit more bling, we have the red rhinestones. And these are amazing because you get a crazy amount in the package. I want to say it's like It's over 200. It's a lot of them. So you can even add them onto the other poinsettias. You could just do opposite corners. I'm usually an opposite gal, but since I have so many of these, I can put as many as I want. I think they were $7 for the entire pack, which is an awesome deal for that many rhinestones. So just put them on here. Okay. And that is your cute, quick Christmas treat for this Wednesday. Because you know what? Next Wednesday, I will be coming to you, showing you another thing that's even just as cute, but even quicker, because we'll be, a week out, one more week gone when we go ahead and have our meeting next Wednesday. So once again, hold on. I'm going to turn you around and I'll tell you about my friend Christy. She really is amazing. Okay, here I am. Hey, Debbie Lawler is watching. Oh my goodness, we go back to like preteen years. Hey, Debbie, this is what I do now. This is my job. I get to create and show people how to make some fun items. So again, this is our treat for today. Debbie just moved to the lake. Okay, so can I just say that's a dream of our retirement. And this is something really cute she could give her neighbors and as a treat. So again, poinsettias are red, candy is sweet. We've just been too busy, so make your own treat. Giving them everything they need except the eggs and the butter. So anyways, let me tell you about Christy, and let me tell you why I have the large pack of the sugar cookie mix. Again, I think the smaller ones are a little bit cuter. Christy was an amazing friend. She used to come help me in the stamp room, and she has since passed of cancer. So she's in glory right now, but she could cook like nobody's business. Honey, she was as southern as they come, and I'm here to tell you, Crisco really is the secret to everything. You want a fluffy biscuit, you want some of the best dumplings ever made, you're probably gonna have to throw some Crisco in there. But Christy has a recipe called Orange Blossom Cookies, and I will put that on my blog tomorrow, and it starts with this cookie mix. I remember we were sitting up here one time stamping, and I said, Christy, what are you making for dinner tonight? And she said, girl, I'm making me some creamed potatoes. I was like, oh my gosh, creamed potatoes? How do you make creamed potatoes? And Christy said, well, she said, you take the potatoes and you boil them, then you drain them, and you put in some butter and some milk and you mix them all up. I said, Christy, that's mashed potatoes. We make that. She goes, girl, they're creamed potatoes. And right then and there, I learned, you know what? Sometimes it's all in how you look at it, and it's what you call it. Because creamed potatoes sound so much better than mashed potatoes, and we know both recipes are good. So thank you for joining me today. Again, on my blog tomorrow, I will have the Word document to make these. I will have Christy's famous dreamsicle cookies. They taste just like an orange creamsicle cookies, and they are amazing. I will have that on there. So in honor of Christy, may the legacy live on. But thank you for joining me today. Again, next Wednesday at noon, come back. I have another fun, cute, quick Christmas treat to make as we count down the days to Christmas. So thanks for joining. And Debbie, I'm glad you're going to use these mixes this year. They were a big hit. So God bless you all, and happy stamping. Again, go to my blog, Creating Colleen with typepad.com, to order, to get my newsletter, and to get those recipes tomorrow. God bless. Yes, it was good seeing you too, Deb. Bye-bye.